Hi fam, welcome back to our channel Design on the Dollar. I'm your host Ida, and today we are going to do week 3 of our 8-week long wedding DIYs. So I'm gonna jump right into what you're gonna need for this project. And I have everything strolled out because I did some pre stuff to get ready for it. But you're gonna need 2 what size is this? 2.8 styrofoam balls. I got this from Walmart in a 6-pack. You're gonna need 2 of the Dollar Tree candle trays. Just take this off because I'll forget like I did with the other one. You're gonna need 4 of the styrofoams from Walmart, from Dollar Tree. They come 2 in a pack, so you'll need 2 packages of these. You're going to need 1 candle holder. You're going to need 2 of the tea lights. These are the submergible ones, but you can use the bigger ones if you would like, but 2 of these. You're going to need some strands of pearls, or you can use the gold ones or the silver ones that they have at Dollar Tree. Of course, you're going to need some flowers. I think I already said that. You're going to need some gems. These particular gems that I'm using the big ones, and they were a blessing from my sister. Petal is Blessed. She got them for me from Canada, from Dollarama. Hi Petal, love you. Okay, back to the supplies. But if you don't have this, you can also go to Hobby Lobby or Walmart and get the big tubs of jewels. I'm going to possibly use some baby's breath, and you're going to need these are the strands from our first DIY, well, our second DIY. And so you're going to need some of this. You get that from shopwildthings.com. They got all different assortment of them, but I'm trying to use up these, so you're going to use some of these. You're going to need 1/2 styrofoam ball from Dollar Tree. You're going to need some scissors. You're going to need your wire cutters. You're going to need your hot glue gun and your hot glue sticks. And you're going to need a what you call this thing? I forget what you call this little blade thing, but you're gonna need one of these, and it'll come to me later, but I can't think of what it is. But you guys let me know down in the comment section what it is. So this is going to be a 4-piece centerpiece, and also you're going to need 1 of the Dollar Tree mirrors, the large ones. So let's jump right into this project. Okay, so the first part of this set is a candle. And this is what the end result is going to be like. And as I was saying, if you didn't want to use this size tea light, you can also use this size tea light to go in the middle of your candle. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your tea light, and then what I do is I just push my tea light down in there. But you can push it, you can mark it like this, or you can put it down in there like this, and take a Sharpie and mark it out. And you have the marking just like this. So after you have the marking, take your blade, and the word I was looking for earlier was prep. I prepped some for it. This one. once you get some out, you're going to take and test your candle. And it's good if it's a little tight because you can push it in there the rest of the way. Just like that. And you want to get it flush. Just like this. So now that you have your candle in, the next thing you want to do, you want to get it where it's flat, where it's sitting flat. So even if it's like this, it's not going to roll. So you're just going to turn it over and you're going to cut just a little bit off. And you could mark this off. It would be easier to mark it off. Just draw you a line around. Look like I got snow on the disc. Okay, and once you're satisfied, okay, so once you have it set, you're satisfied with it, then we're going to move on to the next step. The thing you're going to do is you're going to take your pearls, and if it's a necklace, you're just going to find where they meet together and snip it apart. And you're going to start at the base of it. And you're going to put your pearls down. Make sure you don't go over the ridge. You want to make sure that it stays flat. And you're going to do this all the way around and up the sides. And when I finish with that, I'll come back and show you the next step. Guys, I wanted to come back and tell you that if you decide to go with the gold beads or the silver beads, you may want to take some acrylic paint and paint your styrofoam ball that color so that the white won't show through your beads. So I would say paint it with some acrylic paint, hand paint them. And as you can see, I'm still working my way around, and it takes about, I think, 2.5 necklaces to do this 2.8 inch ball, 2.8 or 2.9 inch ball. And because this is a 3-part centerpiece for your wedding or party or whatever event you're going to have, I am like showing you how to do it. And then if you have some questions, if I leave out something that you have a question about, then please feel free to ask me down in the comment section. Okay, and so now we have our set of tea light, and so now we're going to move on to the second part of this DIY. So the second part is you're going to take your disc and you're going to hot glue them together. And the same thing with your base. If you're going to use a different color pearls than the white, then make sure that you paint your base that color as well. So you're going to bring some more of your pearls out. So you're going to snip them right there. once again, you're going to start at the base, and you're going to glue your pearls around the base of the styrofoam. Same way like you did the ball. And you're going to do this all the way around. And when I finish that part, I'll be back to show you what it looks like completed. Now that your disc is all covered with pearls, you'll have something that looks like this all the way around. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your glass candle holder, and you're going to put, it has 3 little prongs on it. So you're going to take and put some E6000 and some hot glue on it, on all 3 of those. And you don't want to put it on the whole backing because the backing does not touch. So you'll have something that looks like this when it's finished. Okay, so then I'm going to let this one sit for a second. So the next thing you would do is, I have my smaller one done, already glued, and I've pre-cut my crystals. I pre-cut my crystals. And for this height right here, you'll need 5 beads on each strand. And you're going to take those strands, and you want to take a dab of hot glue. Well, actually you can put a line of glue, enough for 2. Don't go any further because the glue hits the glass and it dries fast. And then you're going to place it down right beside the other one. And you're going to do this all the way around. And when you finish all the way around, you're going to have something like this. But I'm going to finish it off camera, the rest of it, and then I'll come back and show you what we're going to do to the bigger one. Now that we have all our fringe on around our base, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to put some E6000 right in the center of our candle holder. Just a big dab like that. And then we are going to put a little bit of hot glue up here for some immediate hold. And then we're going to place our small candle, round candle holder right in the center, right in the center of it. And then I pre-cut some of the roses, and I've placed one of the large rhinestones right in the center of it. You want to make sure it's touching both the round vase and the flat vase. So I'm going to do this all the way around, and then I'll be back. I'll let you know how many floors it took, and then we'll move on to our third and final piece of this centerpiece. Okay guys, so now our second piece to our centerpiece is complete, and I think it's gorgeous. It took 7 buds to go around, 7 floral rose buds to go around But so now we're going to move on to the third and final piece to our centerpiece, and it's a lot like the second piece, but we're going to take our base and our candlestick, and we're going to flip our base upside down. I'm going to find the center of our piece. The same thing, we're going to use the E6000 and the hot glue. And once we have a seal, we're going to flip it back over. And this time we're going to take some longer strands. They're 13 strands or 6 inches long, and we're going to affix those right like we did the ones prior. We're going to put them all the way around the edge, and I'm going to do that, and when I come back we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so we have all of our crystals on around, and so the next step is to move on to the top. And this one is not going to have a candle on it. It's going to be a complete floral bouquet. But this is gorgeous. I love this piece. So that is all 3 of your pieces. So you just position it however you want it. You can put one here, and that way every guest will be able to have something pleasing to look at. So you can have, 2 or 3 different styles or more of centerpieces out of this one wedding DIY. I still have 5 more weeks to go of our DIY series, and I think that the DIYs are going to get better and better as we go. But I love you guys. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, like, and share. If you're not a part of our YT family, we would love to have you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and more great things to come. So I love you guys. Bye bye.